Hey everyone, welcome to this video and welcome to this trading session. This one we're gonna actually go ahead and do some trades. We're going to find opportunities and we're going to see what we can do. All right, so I got my trading view in front of me. That's usually what I use that's the main thing I usually look at, obviously because that's where we got all of our indicators and everything. Let's pull up the T triple Q. All right, and then we got the S triple Q on the other side. The market just opened, and we got obviously our trading app on the other window. So we're just gonna watch for opportunities. All right, so the market just opened. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for opportunities, and
Hey,
we'll see how it goes. All right. Okay, so I just got an alert. One of the things that you want to remember again, is something I mentioned was that. So one of the things again, what we're gonna do is kind of check the news and see what's going on today. It's really important to know what is going on. So today we got a couple of releases that are not important, right? NFIB is small business optimism, wholesale inventory. So um, not huge reports. So there's that. Right. Okay. So nothing big. So yesterday, what happened was we had T triple Q pushing up half of day, and then the other half kind of started to back down again. So um, something that we're watching out today is all the fake outs, and everything. Obviously, we don't know what's gonna happen in the market, but one of the things I can tell you is that there is a lot more optimism. So I'm gonna look for opportunities here. Got a green bar. Alright, I see a green rise. I mean, right now, as I said, I don't usually trade in the first 30 minutes. But we got something here, so I'm just gonna kind of take it and see if we can. Yeah. So I just got a small position to see if this is going to hold. If not, I'm going to drop it. Because the reason I'm actually running with this, that we got the buy signal here, and we got the EMA line obviously right above the MA line. So that's usually a good sign. And also I got my projection near the sell block, which is a good thing usually. So so that is very bullish, but we'll just have to see. As I said, one of the things that you want to remember is that um, the anything that happens pre-market usually doesn't hold when the market opens. So you do want to be careful, and you do want to watch out for that. So yeah, so again, let's see if this thing holds. If we hit the sell block here, that can be a very good sign. I'm definitely going to buy again if we hit this sell block. Sell block, as I said, it is a resistant line essentially, right? And that is a good thing usually. But keep in mind, there you go. So I'm gonna get another 10. Let's see if we actually hit past. All right, we got 10 more. 20. There you go. I'm gonna get ready to sell because I have a feeling the positions in the morning, one of the things you want to understand is that they don't hold very well. Okay, see how much we made so far. $3 again. Like one of the things you want to understand that the position in the morning, they don't hold very well. So like as fast as they run, they can actually come down. So you just gotta be very careful with them. The volatility is pretty high when the market starts. Alright, so I'm going to scalp this because I feel like there's we're way past our projection, and yeah, I'm gonna scalp this, and we're going to make our money. There you go. So that was that. Again, not a huge trade, but good start. You know, one of the things I'm not comfortable with, and again, this is why it's important to have your conviction and have your own strategy, is that we're way past the sub block, and one of the things is that we're way past our projection. And usually for me, that is a bearish sign, meaning that like there is a chance that we're going to fall. And yeah, so that's why I'm just not comfortable with it. So I just exited, and again, it wasn't a huge trade. We made like what, $3, but that was something, right? That was a good start. So so yeah. So again, this is like how do you again find kind of opportunities in the morning. You just gotta watch out for these things, and you know, find the stuff that work for you. Yeah, but again, it's very important to remember that make sure when you enter a trade, it does actually pass through your filter entirely. So don't start with a maybe or all that stuff, right? It's very important. Okay. So yeah, I see it's falling. That was a pretty good idea for me to sell it. But the real question is how much it's gonna fall. I'm going to wear glasses because it's early in the morning and I'm not wearing my contacts. There you go. It's better. Alright, let's see. Picking back up again. Now again, one of the things, as I said, that I don't like about this right now, I brought the let's put it over there. One of the things, as I said, I don't like about this is right now it's a little bit overbought. Okay. So when it comes to my trading strategy, the next thing I'm looking for is a new sell block. Okay. Um, so that's what I am personally looking for. So that's like, you know, the next opportunity we're looking for, which is very, very important. So as you see, we had a buy block here, like right in the beginning of the market. So, yep. There you go. Hopefully we detect a sell block over there. I feel like that's a lot of selling pressure. Look at the projection. 1692. It's a pretty hard drop. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna say it. I feel like I got a bit lucky to make money over there because that was a pretty rough one. That was like really, really. This is like a very aggressively um bear move. We literally sold at the top. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is like ideally based on my trading strategy, I should like you should have hold essentially. But again, one of the things I want to tell you is that I usually use my trading signals and strategy for buys, but I don't use it for sells. And the reason for it is that I always choose my exit points based on my own instincts and like based on how I feel the market is doing and how I feel at the moment um, that stock is doing. And the reason I do it is because again uh, I don't like holding positions too long when it comes to day trading, and sometimes or oftentimes the indicators don't detect exit points very well. So it's very important to remember that. So this is actually interesting. We got a projection 46% above sell block, which is a good thing. That is very, very cool. But actually we're dropping still. So I'm going to get ready to buy, but at the same time I'm going to be careful. Look at that. Major drop. So let's see if this actually hits the projection, which is 1795, or even goes past it, because this is a very real possibility. And I'm recording with my PC, so usually it's like the reason I actually recorded is my Streamlabs on my Mac is actually it's actually like oh, there you go. We have a push. My Streamlabs on Mac is not set up. Some issues with it, and I can't record my sessions with QuickTime because that's what I usually record Mac videos with. It's mainly because the videos would be too big. It would be like 100 gigs for like a um, 30-minute video trading. So that's why I don't use that for now for the live trading videos. I see my Mac is behind me. So yeah, let's go ahead and see again. We're waiting for this thing to bit recover essentially. You know, it is looking fine. Now I made some money. I don't want it to be. I don't want to give it back. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Again, not that I made a lot of money. And again, the reason is that I don't make huge trades in the morning, or I don't make trades early in the morning early. So like, right now we're like past 15 minutes of the market, and I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to, again, the volatility and everything when the market opens, it is unclear, as I said. So you either don't want to trade or just trade very light with it, So just keep in mind. There you go. So we got a sell block here, right? I just noticed that it was right in front of me. So we got a sell block here, and so we got a 46% chance we're gonna go above it, 53% chance we're gonna go hit it. So it is looking good. These are usually the conditions that I like. You got the buy signal. One of the things I wish I could see, the inverse side is moving. One of the things I wish I would see is a buy signal, but I'm not. Hmm. You know, uh, I should be buying right now, but at the same time, it's not very strong. We're making like, take a look. We're making lower lows. See, we're going down. So I'm just trying to have a very more smart entry position. So there you go. So you see we're dropping pretty hard. And if we actually hit the buy block here, this buy block, we will drop below it. Take a look. There you go. This is S triple Q, and you see we're just picking up. Now, one of the things I want to tell you about the way I trade S triple Q and T triple Q is that I choose one side. Okay, in the like every time I'm trading, I choose one side. That's very important to remember, guys. Choose a single side. Don't go back and forth between them. It can be very, very. It's like generally a bad idea. So, one day I trade S triple Q. One day I trade T triple Q, and this is like why like I have been able to make money. It's because if you want to catch every single movement in the stock market, by trading both sides, you're gonna be losing money constantly. So I don't recommend that at all. Okay. Yeah. So that is a huge mistake. Don't make that mistake. Alright, so we're gonna do another, like, we're gonna wait a little bit longer. I don't want to make this video too long, like 30 minutes max maybe. But yeah, so we'll see if we can find any interesting opportunities. I'm gonna stick with T triple Q. That is my trade today. Um, at the same time, I want to see the market direction. So let me actually look at some news while we are waiting for this thing to move around. Um, looking at the news. I usually have news sent to my email in the morning. It's just easier that way, honestly. I know it's like old man style. We're making a recovery here. Let's see. It's looking good. let's see, we're turning here. So you see, guys, the buy block was like a support essentially, right? We we kind of bumped to it a little bit and bounced right back. And that's why I said the order blocks are actually a lot more reliable support and resistance lines than your average like support and resistance lines, really, right? So let's see if this bounce back or like this is gonna be like a fake. Looking at some Bloomberg news. Um, hmm. Yeah, so we are again holding this line. We pushed up a little bit, but it's still, not very reliable. Let's take a look at the S triple Q here. This thing's still pushing up. Generally, what you want it to do. So we got a buy block here, right? So what you want is that if this thing goes back down, and if this thing actually pushes down through the buy block, that's when we see a bullish movement on T triple Q. Okay. So it's the question of who's gonna go where, right? Essentially. And that's the thing. And I always say this as well, that you don't have to trade in the market all the time, because that's the thing, is that you need to find opportunities that match your strategy, right? And if it don't, it's completely fine. It is better to do a few trades that you're fully confident in like 2 trades that you're fully confident, than 10 trades that you're not sure about. So just keep that in mind. You definitely want to remember that. So S triple Q is pushing up, so that means this is gonna drop. So this is what I mean by being patient. You just gotta watch out for things like this. Let's see if this continues. It's very weird right now. It's what is happening. If you take a look, is that we're just kind of like slowing down like this. So it's a little bit annoying. Like it's one of those like situations where the market doesn't have any direction. There you go. So we got something here. Again, it's a question if this keeps pushing. See if anything interesting happened. I'm gonna pull up the news feed. I'm gonna keep that up right there. Okay. Yeah. So we're pushing past the sell block. I will buy when we go above it. All right, because I don't want to buy. I don't like this zone. this zone that we're in between this buy block and this sell block, I don't like it. So I'm just gonna buy when we push above. Okay. Yeah. So like, just wanna be careful here. I don't want to get into bad trades and having to hold them. There you go. See, just got rejected. I still believe we are pushing up. We're in a bullish movement, kind of, in the middle of a bullish movement, but doesn't matter what I think. So let's see how the market reacts. What I have in my left screen is some of the news. The most important one at the moment is the Fed being, some of the people in the Fed being more hawkish again, which can actually can actually have negative effect on the market. So that's something. So we just passed the sell block or hit it, but we keep getting rejected. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, there you go. So I just want to make sure that we are, if we do actually pass through it, push pass, can be actually interesting. I'm gonna take a small position. Alright, I'll take a small position here. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Already went down, but just want to see. There you go. So we're just dropping. Perfect. See, where does this go? We definitely do have a chance, pretty high chance to rise above this. So that's why I took the position here. But let's see. And again, if you're wondering, I got my Weeble actually on the other side. So like, we got the Weeble, we got trading view in front of me, and then Weeble on the right side. So like, that way like, I know exactly what I'm doing, so I can look at both of them. Usually when I'm not recording though, interesting enough, when I'm not recording, I put the Weeble on the right side, one of the trading view windows on the middle, and then the other one on the left. So that way I can actually see the stuff. Like, I can look at the SQQQ at the same time as well. But when I'm recording, obviously I'm using the left screen for my everything else. So I have to. There you go. So we're breaking above. There you go. So I'm just gonna add more position here. There you go. Just added more to my position. So let's we should actually start pushing a little bit up here. But yeah, let's see. We're kind of dilly-dallying here. And this is where it gets really frustrating, like, that's the thing about day trading, is that there are situations like this where it's just the market is not moving at all, and it can be very annoying. It's like there's no direction, right? Look at this. There's literally no direction. Like there's like a 20-30 cent movement, and this is a T triple Q. This is literally like the 3x leverage of the market. So it is pretty crazy to see how slow things can get. So you just gotta kind of remember it can get very annoying. Yeah. Just gonna lay back a little bit and see how this goes. We're passing the 30 minutes on the video. I just want to make sure we don't overdo it. So this is usually when I would start trading, you know. Obviously I started a little bit early in the morning, like on the open, but I just wanted to kind of demonstrate the early morning trades. And it was a good trade, you know, in the morning. We hit the buy block here, and we just bounced back again. Same thing. This is acting like a huge support line for S triple Q. So like, and this is becoming a huge, you know, resistant line. So as you see, guys, this sell block, you know, is basically the resistant line, and then on the S triple Q side, this buy block is a support line. So it is holding the market. Essentially, it's like holding, these two are like holding the market. So it's a question of which one is gonna break, the support or resistance. There you go. That is a drop in S triple Q. So this can be something. This can push past through. I'm gonna buy a little bit more. There you go. So I bought a little bit more T triple Q. Damn. So I just saw this movement down and I kind of fell for it, but let's see. So what I'm doing right now is, take a look, guys. Let me go back to this screen. So what I'm doing right now is I'm setting up a limit order of 1831. So essentially the idea is that I want this to automatically sell when we hit like here, you know, so I can just like kind of be hands off a little bit right now. So that's what I'm doing. And this is falling again. All I need for this to break the support line with the buy block here. There you go. We got a sell signal here, so that could be a good thing. You know. At least the good thing about T triple Q right now is that we're making higher lows. You see, like there's one, there's one, and there's one. So we're making higher lows, so that is a good thing. Yep. So hopefully we can actually pass through this again, push past. I got my as you see on the other screen, I got my sell order. So the moment we hit, we're automatically gonna actually exit this position and make some extra money. And the thing with the T triple Q and S triple Q is that when they make movements, big movements, they are gonna be huge movements in one direction. So like that's what you're usually hunting for, essentially, you know. So yeah, uh, let's see if this continues. We're past the 36 minutes on the video. Um, I really want this to push up so I can actually exit this position. Mainly because I want to take that order I just put in. As you see, because we see blue waves with K and N, so you know, so that's looking good. We're getting a bit closer to the sell block. That is always a good sign. Here we go. That's a push. I'm looking at the other screen actually. I'm looking at the Webull screen, but I saw it push up there and just kind of went back down. You keep hitting this and like we're not breaking it. That's the crazy thing right now. Seems like a very strong sell block. Usually also the nature of a sell block is that let me draw this for you guys. Hopefully, you know, while we wait. The nature of a cell block is that is if when we have like a cell block, let's say right here, you know, like say right here, and when like obviously when the price is right below it, you know, in this zone, like let's say, I mean, imagine this is like a cell block that is like there's, I mean, we get like under like close to like 5 cents, 10 cents, or like 5 cents, people get stressed and they think they're gonna lose, they're gonna miss out, so they usually end up buying right below the sell block. That's why you usually have like these lines. Like if you take a look, we got the sell block here, and then we got two dotted lines right below and above it. Mainly because again, like this is how like you kind of count sell blocks. Is that like people when it gets to the dotted area, people start to buy again because they feel like they're gonna miss out. So that is the idea, at least. That's not always a fact, but like, you know, that is the idea. So yeah. And the tighter this line is, for example, look at this buy block. That's a huge burst of the buy block. if it's not a like tight line like this, you know, look at this line here. It's pretty tight, right? But this one is actually a little bit bigger. And the reason for this is that this is like a major burst. So usually this indicates that this is not as strong as like this, because if you have like a burst of buys, it's not always the best indicator of a support. But if you have a burst of sells like this, like in a bigger, you know, area, that usually means that it is a better, like more solid support or resistance. So in this case, we got a huge sell block here that indicates, and also the fact that it's big indicates that it's just a big resistant line. So as that's why we keep getting rejected on it. There you go. Pushing past. The question is if we can push past, really. I'm gonna actually, let me show you. I'm gonna move this past. Actually, I'm gonna make it 25 real quick. There you go. I'll make it 25 because I want to exit this position. I don't like the way this market is looking. Like it's like really heavy. It feels like, you know, we're not pushing hard enough. But let's see if we break this. It seems like we're pushing right below it. But again, we did that here as well. Oh, actually, you're not seeing the screen. All right, so yeah, you know, it seems like we're pushing right below it. The buy block. This is S triple Q, right there. Right. So that usually means that, you know, we could be pushing right above the sell block here. So let's see if that is the case. We're kind of, you know, holding in that area. See, we're pushing back up again. So yeah, so here we go. There you go. There you go. My order is hit. I'm out of this position. And look at that. Look at that, guys. There we go. Alright, so I'm done for the trades today. Made some nice money and we are out. Thank you so much, guys. Again, let me know if you have any questions. This is usually how you trade, and this is like, that's the thing about day trading. It takes time. You got to be patient with it and all that. So yeah, it's all a lot of waiting and a lot of waiting for opportunities. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you on the next one.